Hello everybody, it's me. Welcome back to the video. Now, in this video, I'm gonna try out whenever I was doing like the Doodle World thing, whenever I would go over like new moves in the big balance patch that comes out. As you guys know, Halloween Part 2 Loomian Legacy is coming soon, and with it, there are gonna be some new rally moves. I was actually gonna be doing a Billafort showcase today. I TP trained it, gave it the moves it wanted. I have the power fruits. So I'll probably get that done tomorrow because there's no smoldering heat, man. I forgot you had to evolve it in its weather. But yeah, we're gonna be going over the new rally moves today. And yeah, I'll be having some battles playing in the background along with this one guy that took 8 minutes per move, which I thought was excessive. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and let's hop straight into it. All right, so hopping right into it. The first thing we actually have is going to be a Dyborg buff, which is kind of cool. It's going to be, it's getting far enchantment and near enchantment. So basically, Dyborg is going to be able to have handy light screen and reflect, which is really nice as long as it having barter, so it has speed control, damage control, can also hypnotize you, can poison you. So Dyborg could be in a pretty good spot, and I think eventually it's going to get barbs and poison barbs. So basically making Dyborg like the absolute best lead in the game, because it has, you can just go barbs, poison barbs, near enchantment, far enchantment, maybe throw a provoke in there. I think it has provoke, so then you could stop other things to want to provoke you, and honestly could be really great. That does sound like a pretty solid change for it, and it could probably be doing some solid supportive stuff. And then we have Cradle, which is just normal Cradle, getting tricky tactics. So essentially Krakaloa, Volcaloa are getting tricky tactics. I don't think Volcaloa is going to use it, but Krakaloa might, because then it could use like a very robust nature, switch out on high melee attack guys, then just tricky tactics, which that will do some pretty solid damage because it uses your melee attack stat, to do the damage. And then we have Xmas Cradle, which is also getting tricky tactics and Brawn boost. So that means Lashent now has Brawn boost and tricky tactics as well. So maybe a bulkier Lashent is a pretty good option because you can do damage based on their attack, but that would have to all come down to, is the Christmas event coming back soon so we can actually hunt for Cradles to get other personality Lashents? Who knows? But we will see. We shall see. And then we have Singeal, or Singeal, also getting tricky tactics, which, okay, I mean, I don't think it's going to use tricky tactics because it has Shadow Lurk literally right there, but I guess if you wanted, it doesn't sound that horrible because Singeal is literally just meant to heal itself, like Tamp, Soft Water, then use 2 moves. Tricky tactics could be one of them to stop melee walls and stuff, Always options, I guess, but I don't want to see more health buffs. That thing is annoying, and I don't like it. And then we have Fenturn, which I think, yeah, is the Weaselin Prevo. So Weaselin is getting tricky tactics as well. A lot of tricky tactics users here. So that will definitely help for its damage because, oh my god, it doesn't do any damage, and one of its mastery tasks is dealing damage. So it kind of sucks in that instance, right? It kind of sucks. I also think at some point it was going to get barbs, so that could be cool. Maybe. I think it has barbs, actually. Does it? Does it have barbs? It does have barbs. I feel like, Weaslin's not that horrible, because you can use Rushdown, right? Rush Hour, I mean. You could Rush Hour with barbs, Baffle, Provoke, Slapdown. That doesn't seem all that bad. Like, it really doesn't seem that bad. Because you can get your barbs up, you can provoke Galvademic, and if you could maybe outspeed our Golem speed, could be pretty solid, honestly. And you also have the gifts, and you have, every move it gets is typeless in its level up pool, which is kind of funny. But, yeah, that's a pretty nice one. And then we have, Wintrix actually getting Jetstream. So, I'd say Wintrix Jetstream is like, yeah, that's pretty solid, but where's Nymare Jetstream, right? That's what I want to know. Wintrix getting Jetstream means that finally, you're going to be able to hit those pesky fire types that Frost Beam Wise already hit harder than any other air stab you had. So now you have double stab with Wind Tricks with Wise, by the way, with Wise. So that's a very nice buff. Huh. Then we have Gargolem getting Provoke. So none of the other forms are going to use that besides Gargolem's speed. So now it can set up barbs, it can provoke, it can mudslide, and it can slap down. Okay, that's not too bad, because then that just outclasses Gobademic entirely. I remember talking with Ait on stream about these because they were public at the time we were doing our hunting race. And he said that Gobademic might also be getting Far Enchantment and Near Enchantment, because Gargolem would just completely outclass Gobademic at that point. But who knows? That may or may not have been true. And then we have Akalos, which, honestly, I was very hyped for this one. Drudge. Akalos getting Drudge. When you look at Akalos' speed and all that stuff about it, it seems like it would be great with Drudge, because then it gets an attack boost and a speed boost. The two boosts that it wants, right? A lot of things want speed, because speed is one of the most, if not the most important stat in, like, creature capturing games. In my opinion, I think speed is the best. People often say like health because you can tank more hits. If it's like the thing with Snagoop, right? I don't like. What's something that would make sense there? I don't know, but your health points can matter. But I guess it's thing with Scampy, right? Scampy has 10 base health, and it doesn't really care because of how fast it already is, right? So that is completely fine. And then we have Lumika, so we're getting Lamello. He's getting Wave Wrecker, Slumber, and Teardown. Okay. I really like, I've always liked the Water Poison or Water Toxic stab combo in pretty much any game. And like, I think Lamello was one of the only two things, actually no, when Route 8 came out, we had Barblast, no, not Blowotox, Barblast. A lot of things had those Water Poison, which is just a really good stab combo in this game, right? A very good stab combo. If we had an Ancient type with Toxic Filter, imagine, right? That could be cool. What is playing right now? I don't know what's playing. But yeah, anyway, going into the next one, we have Malamurk getting Mudslide. All right. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I guess it can now remove traps, and what else does that do? Get it even further walled by plant types? Sure. And Celesting's getting Teardown, so a little Celesting buff. Also, apparently, like, when these were revealed on stream a few days ago, Eat said that Celesting won a tournament. So I was like, oh, interesting. And then we have Nymare getting Jetstream. Oh, I should have waited and read into these more. Nymare Jetstream is great, dude. I definitely been wanting some kind of buff to Nymare because for a while it's just been Gamma Pulse spam. Now that it has Jetstream, it has a way better way of hitting things really hard. And honestly, is pretty solid in that regard. And that'll definitely help it just deal more damage to annoying plant types, right? Imagine if air hit plant in this game. My god, Nymare would be really, really, really strong. But it doesn't, so hey. We gotta cope. What was that? Okay. And then we have Copling getting Barbs. So, basically, Oxydrake can set up Barbs. I don't think Oxydrake is very good, so I'm just like, okay, interesting, cool. Next one. And we have Twilat getting Body Slam and High Pitch Screech. Definitely a solid buff for both Umbrat and Luxor, because now they don't get to damage themselves while using their strongest stab option, which is great, because now you have Body Slam for Umbrat, High Pitch Screech for Luxor, or if you wanted to be quirky, go a ranged Umbrat, melee Luxor, which, hey, that would be really funny and could work, honestly. To get some surprise KOs with Quick Pounce Luxor, that could be kind of funny. Yeah, that is all of the rally moves, and these are going to be, the rest of these are MMs, actually. And we have, like, Celesting Rejuvenate, which, oh, interesting? I'd say that's, I feel like that could be pretty good, because it has a really high HP stat. The fact it's just going to be able to heal all the back with a good energy stat, too, and good options in its moves, that can actually be really strong with Celesting. Then the last one we actually have is Krakaloa Dark Surge. So Soul Burst Krakaloa is just another Revenine, but bulky. So honestly, like, doesn't seem all too terrible. Overall, I say my favorite thing definitely out of this is the Nightmare Jetstream or the Akalos Drudge. I'm very excited to use both of those, and I'm just excited for part 2 to come because, woo, that'll be fun. And maybe on Saturday, which is going to be the double Gleam Boost event, it was whenever we could get part 2 of the Halloween event, or like it transitions into Unfair but Jolly. Who knows? But yeah, honestly, those are pretty solid patch notes, rally moves, I should say, and I'm pretty happy with them. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.